And we are now underway with Brawlhalla Australian history. Now, Nabi is a very, very practiced player as of recent. But Villain is our most winningest tournament player at the moment. Trading blows back and forth. Nabi might struggle to get in against these chakrams. A very oppressive weapon. Has range and very hard to get in on. Ooh, big fused sidelight just as he was trying to get back to the stage. And that's all it takes. Now Villain is... whatever she can get here is a bit extra damage. Every hit she locks in is just exactly what she wants. Never mind, Herm with a double nair into ground pound and a big Sair. And she only manages to rack up 40 damage onto him before Herm evens up the game here. Now who is... okay, we got Dexity here on the Rayman. Now we know Dexity to love his Axe Legends. I'm not sure how practiced Dexity's gauntlets are. Actually, that's a lie. I think we've seen him on various Gauntlet Legends. Both players just racking up a little bit of damage here and there. Actually doing a great job of getting past this spear. Oh, we should have done predictions, you're right. Someone put predictions up, mods. Doesn't go for the sidelight nair. Interesting option. Nice weapon start from Herm. Both players kill percent. A Sig could do it. A recovery mate might do it. Spear in hand. Oh, big Sair. Unfortunately, the Hail Mary misses. And Herm has cleared 2 stocks from the blue team. Now he's in a position where everything he builds up here is just additional damage for Murasaki to continue with. Now he's very low. Everything will kill just about. A raw recovery might be a good option. The Sair comes out very easy on sword, but the D-Light recovery will do it. The little 2-piece from Yogi, who is Moxie's. We've got a couple of different names here at the moment. But once again, not a huge lead. We keep going back and forth, and there's no clear winner. This game could very well go either way. We are within 3 damage of each other. And Murasaki here, perhaps the player with the least legacy compared to the rest of these players, fairly up and coming on this Sidra, has said he wants to be the best cannon player in Australia. And you know what? I don't think he's very far off. He's doing a great job of getting this damage onto Moxies here. Very nice D-Light nair. Moxie's doing a great job of controlling this stage, but he flings himself off and looks for the dare, but won't find it. Weapon throw. Maybe buy himself a bit more room. The Sair doesn't hit, and the downlight into nair again will confirm the stock. Murasaki, the lead just keeps going back and forth. We've got Buttercup here, the last member of the blue team. He needs the kill here. And you know what? On a weapon like Cannon, anything can happen. All he needs is one read. But the sidelight recovery won't kill. One more will do it. But he has to be very careful not to let Murasaki get any more damage on him. And the D-Light recovery will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are within 15 damage of each other. This might be one of the most evenly matched games we've seen in a very long time. Very, Very careful from Xander. This axe is much slower compared to the katars of One Reborn. So he needs to be very careful with the weapon. See, even just an Enlight there, an Enlight that you might have thought would have been a done deal, just gets punished. Even One Reborn, much quicker weapon. He's being very patient. GC side sig, and Xander can't punish it. Because the weapon is just too quick. Bow in hand. A lot of cheeky sigs on this Amber Bow. This end sig will catch you just about anywhere. There it comes out, but it won't hit. Followed up by the end light. Xander looking for a way in here. He finds it. Sidelight recovery. Bit of stage control from One Reborn. Maybe looking for this end sig again. Ooh, and it comes out. And the reverse end sig on the other side of the stage will put the first lead to our final hit. We've gone through all the stocks, all the first stocks of the blue team here. And final hit has the advantage. And now we have Asmodee back in the, Villain back in the swing of things. Just building up this damage. Doesn't quite hit the true combo. Perhaps one of the only Chakram players we have in this region at the moment. You don't see much Chakrams. Big side sig comes out. Evens up the damage. Sorry, evens up the stocks. Now we go fresh into one stock apiece with a 63 damage lead for the red team. As Villain chips away at it. Tries to make it less. Big Dare comes out. Ooh, catches the recovery. Can't do anything with it. Ooh, big side sig won't catch. But the damage is being evened up. I mean, he's looking for a way in, but all the attacks he's throwing out are just not quite landing. Villain doing a very good job of spacing those dead zones, staying out of reach of the quick Sares and Nairs that the Scythe has. Ooh, catches the in dodge, Enlight into Sare. And she has now recovered the advantage and taken the stock. There are 3 stocks left on the red team here. Will final hit be able to bring it back? Or will Asmodee be able to rack up a bit more damage? Chips away with these Chakrams. They're a very easy weapon to just get chipped away at. Oh, and the sidelight is a perfect option to combat that sig. Good set from Herm. Has the edge guard here. Doesn't confirm it. And the damage just slowly racks up. That sidelight Enlight being a true combo is a very dangerous one to get hit by. Big recovery from Herm. Doesn't catch. But the recovery on the bow will. He's managed to even up the stocks, but the damage is not looking in his favor. Big recovery, and he loses the weapon for it. This could be detrimental. Dexity with the Enlight will go for the weapon starve and opt for the gauntlets. The Dancing won't hit, but he's got enough time to turn around and land the Enlight. Recovery doesn't hit. Herm is looking for a weapon. He's looking for a way in. He catches with the sidelight. Dexity is just, he's down his throat. He's giving him no breathing room. But Herm is firing back. Slowly chipping away with these Enlights. Ooh, very stacked for a second there. Ooh. Herm has done a very good job of racking up 100 damage there. He was almost kill percent from the start of that, but he did a very good job of putting a bit of hurt onto Dexity. Ooh, very nice read. Down Sig just to claim a bit of space. Will he go for the weapon staff? He will. Axe in hand. Murasaki looking for something. GC D-Light recovery. Quite brave. Another GC D-Light recovery, this time on the sword. Ooh, almost a third one. Back to back to back. The raw recovery won't quite do it. And the second weapon hasn't quite spawned in yet. Oh my god, a third GC D-Light. This time it was a mixture of both. The D-Light on the unarmed picks up the sword and hits the recovery. It's a masterclass for D-Light recovery. If you want to learn D-Light recovery, someone shoot this guy a Discord DM. He can give you coaching. Every variation of D-Light recovery. Now we have about 90 damage in the lead of blue team. Ooh, big side sig won't land. Ooh, big read comes out from Murasaki. Just about evens up the damage in one string. Once again, it is anyone's game. The side light almost catches. He had the read right, but the timing was just a little off. And now the damage is completely even. Ooh, big down sig barely doesn't catch. Well avoided by Moxies. Ooh, big end sig comes out. Does a good job of respecting the return to stage from Murasaki. And closes it out with an end sig. Now one Reborn. Needs to take 2 stocks here. If the red team is going to have anything to say about this game. Big side sig. And it almost could not get more even than this. We've gone through 8 stocks of each team, and here we are within 19 damage of each other. You couldn't ask for a more evenly matched game. Wonderborn looking to get these guitar strings underway. Looking for big hard reads. Just chipping away. Another big read. And Xander is on the back foot all of a sudden. Will he swap to gauntlets? No, he wants the axe in hand. He's very cautious right now. Anything he throws out could very well be punished. He's opting for the quicker axe to neutral moves. Throwing out some D-lights, throwing out some N-lights. Something like a side light might be too committal, but he gets away with it there. Oh, and I think we smell an N-Sig coming soon from One Reborn. There it is. A very good option. And now he's just looking for the kill. He's got Xander right where he wants him. And the platform movement is very nice. Oh, big side sig won't do it. Finally, Xander gets his punish. Can he get the weapon starve? He gets the side light in there. Oh, big Sair, and it'll unarm Xander. Disarm him. Oh my goodness. Perhaps a little disrespectful. Perhaps a little disrespectful to just charge the unarmed N-Sig right in front of him. So it is now 1-0 to the way of final hit. $400 on the line. Here we are. Navi swaps to the Mirage. We've seen the tried and true Mirage before. And Yogi Bear on the Hattori. Interesting pick. You'll always really see Moxies on a Sword Legend. You know, we've seen a lot of his, he was a very, very great twos player back in the heyday of Australian Brawl tournaments. And Herm must be feeling himself going for that double D-Light. The GC D-Light. Does he go for another one? No, he doesn't. Moxie's running out of options. Okay, it looks like Herm's playing with a little bit more confidence right now. But Moxie's probably deciding whether to respect that or... Wow, big ground pound comes out. Another big ground pound comes out. Sair won't hit. Recovery won't hit. He likes Sair. Herm is hitting just about everything he throws out here. Another ground pound. Some hops to quickly make it over to the other side of the stage. Another D-Light Sair. He's pressuring Moxies to jump. And he catches him with the D-Lights. And now he's only got 51 damage to his name. And he's probably looking to do the same thing to Xander here. Big GCD sig. Doesn't quite get to make anything else come from it. But any damage he gets here is good. Any extra damage, you can't be too mad about. Big N-Light comes out from Xander. Doesn't respect the walk up in his face. You know, a lot of times players will just walk up in your face and see what you do. And you can choose to respect it. You can choose to back up. Oh my goodness, Herm. Wow, the movement is very fluid. Ooh, the slide charge dancing won't hit, and the dare will take away his recovery. And Xander has taken the stock, but what has he got to show for it? He's got 125 damage on him. And Murasaki gets the hammer. Is that Murasaki on the Bodvar? This is something we've never seen before. I'm not sure, but do the players have to change the legends that they picked? Because it looks like everyone's on a different legend. Did everyone not swap? Not Herm. Okay, Xander and Rayman. Sorry, Xander and Herm still on the same legends, but pretty much everyone else has decided to change it up. The Pocket Bodvar comes out, and he manages to take the stock. And light into side light. Your little bread and butter when you're at 0 damage. No, Asmodee's on the Vector. Very nice pressure with these end lights. Murasaki finally grabs the weapon, but could it be too little too late? Asmodee's showing off the movement a little bit, hopping around on stage. End light comes out, and that's all she'll need. Evened it up here, but they were down a stock. So Asmodee's got her work cut out for her. The damage that Herm did at the start has to be reversed now by Asmodee. And she's evened it up. We're now within 5 damage of each other. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you could get a more evenly matched crew battle if you tried. Every game here, we're going pretty much 1 for 1. Just very skilled players all around the board. Ooh, and the sidelight won't get the punish. Ooh, and she was looking for the Sair, but perhaps drifted just a little too close to that recovery. And the dying frames of it get caught. Big Sair comes out. Not a lot of options for One Reborn. And the dare into the stage will catch One Reborn. And Asmodee realizing that she can't get the kill right there. And going back to the stage for the weapon. And light comes out. Perhaps one more will do it. Goes for the weapon staff and swaps to bow. The HaNeGG is all she'll need. And she's putting a very big dent in this red team stocks. Now up against Nabi again. If you remember back to last game, I know it was so long ago. But these two were up against each other. Sidelight, D-Light, Sair. A dodgeable combo, but if you choose to not respect it, you can get caught by it. Asmodee now in kill percent. But doing a very good job of racking up more damage. Oh, the Sair barely won't kill, but the down light will. Impressive work from Nabi. Once again, we are dead even with the stocks. These are the last members of each team. Whoever comes away with the lead, one of these players will be the final nail in the coffin, the final hope for their team. So whatever happens over the next 5 stocks, one of these players will have all the pressure on their head. Changes to spear here. Maybe looking to be a little safer. Excuse me. Ooh, doesn't quite catch the D-Light. Will make it back to stage. Now spear, the ground pound is extremely creative. My goodness, both players almost completely stacked with each other. With the same weapon, looking for the same openings. Oh, goes into stage instead of out. The wrong prediction, but the weapon starve can maybe close the stock out here. Goes for a nair, assuming he'll jump in, but he doesn't. Oh my goodness, this could not be closer. And the D-Light will catch the true combo into the Sare is all Nabi will need, but I don't think we've ever seen anyone quite so low percentage-wise. So anything he can get here, whether it's that one weapon throw, there you go. He's got a 1 damage lead. Now, Herm's got his work cut out for him again, but there's 1 damage onto Yogi Bear, so that might be all he needs. That could be the game changer. Goes for a D-Light instead of the N-Light. Maybe assuming the jump would come out. Big dare comes out. Now, Herm's very oppressive with these dares off stage. Knows exactly where to pogo. Lots of nairs coming out. Ooh, barely just doesn't catch with the side light. Dodges in, but the active frames are still active on the dodge. Ooh, the end light doesn't land, gets punished with the side light. Both players playing extremely safe. Big downlight Sare comes out. Gets punished by the HaNeGG. Ooh, catches the dodge in. And Herm has put the stock away. We have 3 stocks left on the blue team. We have Xander, Villain, and Dexity. All with stocks left. Looking to put HaNeGG on the scoreboard. I don't know if you guys remember back to last game, all 10 minutes ago, but final hit are up 1-0. Now HaNeGG need to get on the scoreboard here if they want a big side sig from Xander. Very impressive. Now we're going to need an absolute masterclass from Xander here. Now we don't know much about the Murasaki Bodvar pick, but he managed to make it work before. Big weapon throw, catches the recovery. Very patient from Murasaki. Hits the stomp, but doesn't look for anything extra. Ooh, big down sig, barely misses. Or is that another one just because he can? Very oppressive move. Only a few weapons, or perhaps if you're in the right place and predicting it, can really punish that down sig. So it's almost free to just throw out for Xander. Murasaki now on the sword. We've seen him on the sword before. His favorite Sidra has a sword, so if you had your doubts about the hammer, you shouldn't anymore with this sword in hand. Big raw recovery from Xander. I think one more might just do it. And light comes out, dashes across the stage looking for the edge guard, but he gets back up. Weapon throw. Side light recovery will do it from Xander. The blue team are in the lead, albeit not that much. By not that much. One Reborn is back on the scene. Xander looking for anything. I assume he wants the weapon starve, but One Reborn isn't far enough away for him to confirm it. Oh, very nice fast fall to avoid the nair, the falling nair from One Reborn. Very nice punish. We're seeing a very fundamental axe from Xander here. Unfortunately, One Reborn misses the punish. And Xander chips away with these nairs. I think just about anything will do it. Especially on a weapon as fast as Katars. But Xander is putting on an absolute clinic with this axe. Expects the high recovery but misses the nair. But he's got 140 extra damage that he didn't have before. Now no weapon in hand. Doesn't jump and won't get hit by the HaNeGG. Oh, gets caught by the side light. The dash off stage into the Sare. And One Reborn finally closes the stock out. But now it's perhaps the best player in the region. Only needs to close out 1.5 stocks here. So One Reborn has his work cut out for him. Doesn't quite go for anything off the side light. Looks for a reaction, but won't find it. Recovery from Villain won't land. Enlight won't land. Ser will, and it will take the stock from the complete other side of the stage. Nabi, if he wants to keep final hit, if he wants to keep their hopes and dreams alive, he needs to take not only the stock of the best player in the country, but then one more. But then one more, ladies and gentlemen. And he's already down on damage. I believe in miracles, but it looks like this game might be done and dusted. This might be all she wrote. Big Ser comes out. And we see Villain playing pretty confidently here. GC HaNeGG into the stage, won't land. And Light won't kill. Perhaps one more will. And a Ser will do it. And that is game, set, well, just game actually. But that's the first time we saw a very clear advantage. HaNeGG taking the game with a whole extra stock in the back pocket. They still had Dexity in the back pocket to throw out, but they didn't need it. Villain comfortably took the final stock off of Nabi. And ladies and gentlemen, that makes it 1-1. And we have an interesting game on our hands. History's being made, everyone. Crack some popcorn open and get ready. $400 on the line here. Each player is competing for. Best of 5. We're going to see at least 2 more games. And I like this blind pick action. No one knows what anyone else has picked. Now, who's first this time? We got Murasaki going into Villain. Now, that, if I'm a betting man, is a pretty one-sided matchup. That is a pretty one-sided matchup. If I'm putting my money anywhere, it's on Villain to take that pretty comfortably. Like I said before, all these players have a little bit of legacy about them, you know? They played in the heyday, or perhaps in the absence of. And Murasaki is a very new player, going up against Asmodee. He's going to have his work cut out for him.
3, 2,
but I believe in miracles, and you should too. Because all it takes is 1 or 2 good reads on the cannon, and you can take a stock. That being said, we are already 90 damage into the first stock. Never mind. Oh my god, the Ser. If the Ser caught, that is a completely different story, but he's absolutely firing back on all cylinders. Asmodee answering back as well. But Murasaki showing that it's not going to be as easy as she might have thought. Big down sig comes out. Oh, HaNeGG won't land. Maybe Asmodee thought the weapon throw might have bounced him up a little higher. GC D-Light Ser. Off stage, big down sig won't land. And this is, oh my goodness. He's absolutely come out swinging here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, spot dodging the Ser beautifully. HaNeGG comes out. He is absolutely excited to be here. Recovery won't land. Makes it back to stage, but gets disarmed in the process, and the GC D-Sig. Murasaki takes the stock over Asmodee. My goodness me. Holy sugar. He's absolutely come to play here, ladies and gentlemen. Chills, everyone. Absolute chills. He wants to make a name for himself. He wants to be the best cannon player in the region. And this is where he's going to do it. Never mind. But he took the stock beautifully and managed to rack up an extra 50 damage onto Dexity. You absolutely love to see that. Now, I'm not picking favorites or anything, but that was a one-sided matchup. And obviously, you love to see the underdog come out on top. And One Reborn on these guitars. You know, the combination of One Reborn's ability to move. To those of you not paying too close attention, the way he snaps to these platforms, and as I'm talking, Dexity is absolutely racking up damage on this Teros. And he could look for a down sig maybe. Big side sig won't land. But as I was saying, the combination of One Reborn's fast guitars and his ability to snap to all these platforms makes him very, very hard to deal with. Very hard to hit as well. Very quick. That was insane from Murasaki. He should be very pleased with himself, but not too pleased. He's still got to play another stock. And as Modi is an adaptable player, we've seen time and time again, anything can happen here. But while I'm talking, both of these players going pretty evenly. He's just so quick. I'm not sure there's anyone in the region who has movement quite like One Reborn. He moves very swiftly. If Bruce Lee were to give him any advice, he'd say be like water. And you know what? He's being like water. He's taken that to heart. Big recovery, not quite going to land. One more will do it. But he's opting for the axe here. I think at 216 damage, an Enlight might just do it from anywhere on the stage. But he needs to be careful here. And there you go, mate. That's the axe knowledge. See, a guy like me, he knows a thing or two. Excuse me, everyone. My throat is parched. We have another very evenly matched game on our hands. Now, these offstage scenarios is when Nabi comes alive, especially the edge guard scenarios. The double gauntlets here, both players just swinging for the hills. Ooh, very nice punish off the side light. Gets the recovery. Weapon throw. Into weapon throw. Into weapon throw. Do it again! Do it again! Strong side light comes out. Ooh, won't quite hit the punish. Into weapon throw! Big Sare comes out. Into weapon throw! Ooh, the D-light won't quite hit. No doubt looking for that ground pound afterwards, but Xander just sneaks under it. Manages to return to the stage. Got the axe in hand, wants to return to stage yet again. Now these heavy weapon players, like Dexity and Xander, need to be very, very careful. I've just realized, I think we've got three axes on the side of the blue team. We've got the Jala, we've got the Rayman, and we've got the Teros. All very slow weapons. And nothing but fast-paced string weapons on the side of the red team. And Xander will close out the stock with not much to prove for it. Herm doesn't need that much. Maybe even a Nair would do it. An Enlight might do it. Just about anything on this bow kit could take the stock of Xander, so he has to be extremely careful. With a player as practiced on the weapon as Herm, it shouldn't take much. And he lands the Nair. And he will go for the weapon starve and choose to play the start of this stock on the spear. Moxie's gets in, gets the sword, looks for the Nair as he's falling. Ooh, Herm with the side light into Nair, won't land. Pretty safe option though. Hard to punish. If you do it right, it catches just about most of the dodge options. Bit more speed on that sword, but not a lot of the reach that the spear has. So if Herm continues to play this safe game with the dares and the nairs, I don't know if there's much that Moxies can really do about it, but he misses the Enlight, and Moxies get a nice punish. But once again, Herm just, not overexerting himself if he doesn't need to. The Nair is a very solid option, so he will throw it out and build up some free damage. Big Sare comes out from Moxies. Won't go for the edge guard. I'm seeing a lot of, ooh, dare into Sare. Knocks him off stage. And the ground pound comes out. I was just about to say, we're not seeing a lot of confidence in the edge guards from any of these players, but Moxie's making me eat my words there with a big ground pound right to the bottom of the wall there. And Murasaki coming off of a complete upset into HaNeGG's first stock. Now looking to ride that high and close out this Moxie stock as well. You know, Jala does have a lot of attack under her belt. Oh, he won't. He'll get the landing. He might just make it back to stage because of that. And he gets the hit, and he's going to live. Very, very close. Murasaki not quite getting the end light off before Moxie's got grounded. Unfortunately, the down sig doesn't land, and it's a simple punish for Murasaki. He's going to go cannon in hand here, and he needs to do what he did last stock, but now with a 90 damage deficit. Now, we didn't quite sleep on him last time, but I did point out that the odds don't exactly favor him. And HaNeGG looking to prove why she's the best player. And will quite simply close out the stock. And now it is almost 4 clean stocks to 3. And it looks like it's HaNeGG's game to take again. Just very, very fast gameplay. Both players absolutely accustomed to the snap dash tech. Moving around the stage with pace and aggression. And HaNeGG not really too flashy with the strings here, but the chip damage is building up. She's landing Sares, she's landing end lights, and now, after nothing too flashy, One Reborn has 172 damage on his head and will die to a Sare. So a very fundamentally played stock from Villain. Perhaps looking to remind everyone that we are here to play for $400 and shit ain't sweet. Pardon my French. Ooh, inline to recovery, catches the high option. Won't get the edge guard, but the strong sidelight will knock her back off stage, and the downlight won't land. And the recovery will. Now, we have two very experienced players, Nabi and Herm, who need to take the stock of Dexity, Xander, and Moxies. I wonder if HaNeGG has done enough in giving them the advantage. Or if the boys can bring this back. I would imagine Herm is beginning to get a bit nervous there, sitting there on his last stock, seeing the damage rack up on Nabi, thinking, my goodness me, I have to take 3 stocks. But at least if Nabi can take this one off Dexity, it might ease the load onto Herm. Sare won't land. Just about anything on that hammer kit is a kill option. And the Sare will do it. You got to be careful around hammer. Lots of kill options. Now Herm with 3 stocks to take. Ooh, the Sare won't come out in time for the unarmed. Oh my god, and Dexity just stringing together these hammer hits. And it all of a sudden looks quite impossible for Herm to bring this back. And the down sig won't kill. Wow, deep into the red. Perhaps not a lot of force. And Herm, quite damaged here, needs to take 2 stocks from some of the best players in this region. If anyone can do it, if he wants clips for the highlight reel, this is where he gets them. And he's chipping away here. Xander looking for a way in with these gauntlets, barely finding them. Starting to really slow it down here. Play a bit smarter. Not throw out the raw sidelights, because that is what he's getting punished for. Herm being very, very careful as usual. Using the safety and the range of this spear kit. But Xander is not a player to be ignored here. Sidelight never will put him into red. Kill percent. All Xander needs is a sig here. And that'll be all she wrote for Herm. And Enlight will come out, won't quite kill. But Herm running out of options to make it back to stage. Xander could go for the edge guard here. Oh my goodness! The absolute snap dash from Herm. Xander might have thought that Enlight was absolutely in the bag. But you can teleport in this game now. So, you know, like, what do you want? Oh, big down stick from Herm. Doesn't quite do it. With a completely fresh stock, Moxie's takes the final life off of final hit. So HaNeGG goes up 2-1. Final hit wins, have belief. They're going to have to dig deep. That's all I can say. And here we are in what could be the final game of the set here, if HaNeGG take it. We're seeing 2 Raymans come out. I don't think I've ever seen Moxies on the Rayman.
3, 2, 1,
Perhaps a little too comfortable. Did someone just leave the lobby? What have I just... Okay, we have Moxies going into 1 Reborn. Double SpongeBob action. You know, you forget that the game has some crossovers, and then you see it, and it's like, we've got SpongeBob. And now we've got SpongeBob. Now we're looking at SpongeBob. He's got the karate gear on with the gauntlets. We know SpongeBob loves his karate. Niche reference for my SpongeBob fans. There we go. D-Light GP Nair. And Moxie's has spent a lot of this stock without a weapon, but now he's got the Fry Cook hat on. Oh, big GC side sig will get punished with a side sig of 1 Reborn's own. And a pretty comfortable first stock goes to our final hit here. Looking to extend the lead. Another SpongeBob. Oh my god, he goes deep with the dare. Look, oh, and the final Krabby Patty will catch him. You gotta watch out for those flying Krabby Patties, ladies and gentlemen. Because the last one will get ya, and it'll take your recovery. Nabi here looking to finally put away these Fry Cooks. Looking to put these SpongeBobs to bed. Oh my god, and he's doing a great job of it. Big Sir comes out. Ooh, catches him with nothing, but he won't be able to get the punish. Sidelight Nair into GC D-Light. Won't land. Now, very, very tricky situation to be in for Xander here. Does he go high? Does he go low? Does he just get up on stage? But he'll recover with the Sare. Oh my goodness, the reversal. Can he complete the stock? He will. The Fry Cook from the bottom of the sea has absolutely reversed the stock here. I did not see that coming. What a brave play to go for the GC down sig. Absolutely big. But it will be evened up by Herm. It will be evened up by Herm. He's got some fans in the chat. He's looking to make them proud. Villain on the ransom. Pretty sly detective skin here. See, these are both pretty safe weapons if you play them right. Obviously, they can be pretty committal, have a lot of active frames, but they have their safe options. So both players just looking to not commit too hard. The pressure is definitely a little bit more built up for Herm, I would imagine. Being down a whole game, this could very well be his second last stock in the entire tournament if he and his team don't pull a rabbit out of the hat. But he takes the stock of Villain here with a big down sig. Now he needs to, I was going to say, rack up a little bit of damage onto Dexity, make the job easier for Murasaki, but he gets absolutely nothing. And Murasaki's back in the action. I'm going to see the cannon into the hammer. Now, hammer is a weapon that's just... It's not very string-based. It's a weapon that will just take big chunks out of you. Just chip away, bang, 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 big hits, and you're in red before you know it. But Murasaki off stage here needs to recover. He's got a lot of options. Oh, very nicely dodged. The backside of that slide charge dancing definitely would have hit him, but beautifully dodged by Murasaki. Delight Ser gives him stage control. And Sig comes out, won't land. GC, oh, okay. He's patient. He doesn't punish right away. Careful for the GC D-Sig, and he is careful of it. He recovers back to stage so as not to get hit by it, grabs the weapon, and closes it out with an N-Light. That is a very respectable, patient, fundamental way to handle that stock. N-Light won't land, and a big side Sig will completely wipe the slate clean. No advantage to anyone. A weapon in both of their hands, except once again, Moxie's just... He's looking to play almost unarmed into One Reborn here. Gets the axe out. Doesn't quite hit the ground pound, but he's got a nice little string going there. Now let's see if the Fry Cook can make it happen. His last stock was taken pretty convincingly into One Reborn, but... Let's see if he can change the way that things go this time. Throws his weapon away again. It's almost like he's not sure how he wants to approach this. I've personally never seen him on the Rayman. So it's a surprising pick, and maybe he's not quite used to the matchup. Oh my goodness, the speed of that weapon, ladies and gentlemen. Where is the lag? Straight out of a Sig into a D-Light. You can't be happy about that. I would put that on Twitter. Big side Sig comes out, and the end Sig will land. And now we have finally an advantage to final hit. But we are still yet to run through HaNeGG's best player. But a nice weapon start from One Reborn could put them in a really nice spot going into that. Ooh, very nice turnaround N-Light. Doesn't respect the One Reborn running up onto him. He won't catch him with the downlight. I would love to see Final Hit win this, just because I think a game 4, a game 5 even, would be really cool. But I can't pick sides. Big side Sig from One Reborn to punish the N-Light. Big Ser from Buttercup. Xander. I wish they'd all just have their normal names. Big Ser comes out. This is a game that could go either way. We've seen it. We've seen it time and time again. There's no winner until it's over. Xander being very respectful of Nabi's space here. And as a result, we're seeing a very slowed down matchup between the two. You need to be careful, you know, if you bring the heat too hard, you might get burned. Ooh, someone clipped that. Ooh, big sidelight won't catch. And Nabi just about kills him off the top. Buttercup looking for anything. He's looking to not overcommit with these attacks. He's looking for nairs. He's looking for dares. And the slide charged N-Light will take him out. And we've got Nabi into villain here, who is looking to put Dexity in a good spot to maybe win the whole thing. But as it stands, ooh, very unfortunate timing for Nabi. He throws the weapon away, hoping for the weapon starve. But as Modi will grab it and get a little extra damage here. Enlight won't land. Gets the reverse there. Ooh, big NSIG doesn't land. D-Light, the perfect option to catch her running away. Ooh, the dying frames of that recovery. And the side light, these big heavy hits coming out from Asmodee. Really adding up. D-Light recovery will do it. And Herm and Murasaki, perhaps a little worried. Perhaps a little worried that this could be the final stock that either of them play in the tournament. I'm sure Wanreborn and Nabi are biting their nails, clenching their teeth, saying, please, please Herm, please Murasaki, close it out. Take us to game 5. But Villain here, oh, with the double D-Light and the recovery, won't hit the follow-up recovery. But now he's in an edge guard position, goes for the side sig. Quite brave, doesn't land. N-Sig doesn't land either. Maybe a down, throw a down sig. The N-Sig will land. Side light into N-Sig, puts HaNeGG, sorry, puts Final Hit in a very good position here. It'll take 2 of them to take out 1 Dexity. But Dexity, ooh, almost hits the D-Light. That could have put him in a great position for an edge guard. But Herm looking to take this stock. Or at the very least, put his teammate in a position. He could die to anything here. A big Sare comes out. And the GCD light. No, he won't hit the GCD light or the ground pound. Herm makes it back to stage. You got to watch out for this Teros, man. 160 damage. Just about anything will do it. Herm unarmed, bringing the heat regardless. Bringing the heat regardless. Finally picks up a weapon. You can see the internal monologue. He's saying, do I keep clip farming? Do I go for this unarmed clip? But he's absolutely making it happen with these weapons. Oh my goodness, Herm putting on an absolute clinic. The Enlight won't kill. He's got more to show for it. The GC down sig is an absolutely amazing option. And they are almost dead even in damage. Downlight Sare will kill him and put Murasaki in a fantastic position to bring his team to game 5. Dexity he's looking to close this out. There's money on the line. And Dexity wants it. 84 damage isn't nothing, ladies and gentlemen. 84 damage isn't nothing. 111 damage isn't nothing. Enlight won't land. Gets taken off stage by the Sare. And now Sword is a very quick weapon to recover back to stage against. Especially when you're as low as Dexity. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be it. Oh my god, he doesn't hit the ground pound. Doesn't hit the D-Light, and he hits the down sig. My goodness, an absolute nail biter. But Final Hit managed to claw their way back to a game 5. My goodness gracious me. My goodness gracious me. What a set we have on our hands here. Dexity really almost clawed that back. Really. He went down swinging. He needed that edge guard, that ground pound. Maybe if he just released it half a second earlier, I'm sure he's kicking himself. I'm sure he's kicking himself. But you know, hindsight is 20/20, ladies and gentlemen. You can sit here and think about what you could have done, but there's still one more game to play. And all 8 of these absolute warriors are locked in for this final battle, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5 here. HaNeGG versus Final Hit. 2 Goliaths of clans in the Australian scene. If you've queued a game of Brawlhalla in the past 4 months, you've seen these clans. You've seen them out and about. The colored clan names. You've seen them. You're well accustomed to the absolute scope of these clans, alright? Okay? Now to see them go head to head in the biggest, most expensive crew battle in Australian Brawlhalla history and go to game 5 is absolutely unheard of cinema. Now here we are. Herm into Moxies to start us off here. Small Fortress of Lions.
2, 1, brawl.
A respectable map, not too gimmicky. One soft platform. And we see Moxie's on the Zol here. Now we've talked about Moxie's 2's prowess. Oh, careful here now. This is game 5, boys. We don't want to get too crazy. And Moxie's with this cannon. I don't know what stance he picked on Zol. Obviously, we're on blind picks, but if you pick the right stance, you can get 10 attack Zol, and the big down sig comes out. And Moxie's is showing us that he doesn't need a sword. Oh my goodness! That was a close one. And the taunt! The taunt from Moxie's. He says, get out of here. Herm holds the down sig. And it was an absolute risky play for Moxie's to get behind him there. But he pulls... Oh my god, both players inside of each other. Just being absolutely patient. And a free return to stage. Moxie's has to be happy that that soft platform floated over towards him. Big side sig will take him out from Wonderborn. And I've said it time and time again, but the game is just... It's even. Once again, the game is even. Lots of respect between these two players. Just standing in each other's face, just waiting for the opportune moment. You know, an untrained player might panic and just throw something out. Big side sig from Dex. Oh my goodness, kills nice and early. Sidelight D-Light comes out, perhaps with a sidelight nair wouldn't have hit. Well, we are seeing an absolute axe masterclass come out from this blue team. And I've just noticed we have an Azoth in the mixture. We have 4 axes. I wonder if they orchestrated that. I wonder if that was organized. A big side sig again from Dexity. Oh my goodness. These heavy hitting players, man. This is a... Oh my goodness, bro. We're seeing complete different playstyles mirrored on either team. We're seeing a slow, snappy, string-based playstyle versus a big, heavy-hitting, strength-based playstyle. And as of right now, there's a clear winner. You gotta respect the balls. You gotta respect the balls on Dexity for just ripping these side sigs. You know? Not everyone's got the balls. Okay? Not everyone's got the balls. Now we gotta take 2 stocks here to even this up against HaNeGG. And he will get 1. So I'll stop saying balls, but I couldn't think of another word. And we got Villain here. In her heyday, played her fair share of Azoth. So while this might seem like a rogue choice, this shouldn't be anything new to her. And of course, if the theme was 4 Axe Legends, it makes perfect sense that she would pick the Azoth, because she is a bow aficionado, a bow connoisseur, if you will. And Azoth has bow. Big string comes out from Nabi. D-Light won't hit the nice platform cancel. You gotta respect some of the options that Villain's going for here, you know? Happy to change it up. Big recoveries come out from Nabi. And he's taking it back. Nabi's brought the game back. Dexity did all he could to rip side sigs and put his team in the lead. But Nabi has said, hey, we're going to still have a game on our hands, whether you like it or not. Unfortunately for him, Moxies will take his stock, and we'll see if Herm can put on a bit more of a show than he did in his first stock. I think Moxies took that first one pretty convincingly, but Herm, this time round, in the lead. Again, light comes out. Can't follow it up with anything. He was grounded, so he does get the dodge back much quicker. Ooh, Moxie's thought about punishing with the unarmed. Does very well to avoid that nair. You can really see the micro spacing on both of these players. Very nice nair coming out from Herm. Wow. Very patient. He knows when and when he cannot punish. And a big Sair comes over the top with the spear. And will once again... Sorry, not once again. It'll put final hit in the lead here. And that was Moxie's last stock of the entire tournament. And Herm, going for the big flashy play here, almost takes Dexity out. Now, we asked a lot from Dexity the first time round. Can he do it again? He took 2 stocks his first time round. Now, it's a lot to ask for him to do it again. But ladies and gentlemen, this is where history is made. And heroes are forged. Oh my god, he waits for the spot dodge ever so gracefully. And I'm not sure if this axe pick is going to do it for HaNeGG. But Herm has come to play today. He maybe wasn't too happy with his performance in the first stock. But now he's ready to put on a show here. And there's only 2 members left on HaNeGG. Once upon a time, you might have thought that they would take the crew battle, no questions asked. But here they are, 2 stocks down in Game 5, with Herm just seemingly doing whatever he wants. My goodness, Herm, absolute masterclass of microspacing, hits the double D light, and the ground pound. He's now evened up the damage. And Xander just wants to finish the stock. And a down sig will kill him. Herm has taken 3 stocks. My goodness. Can he take the 4th and have a complete team wipe? What a way to end that this would be. All Villain needs is one more Enlight. All Herm wants to do is build a lead for his team. And the Enlight will do it. As Villain has 43 damage onto her. But if Herm can take 3, Villain can take 3. She's got her work cut out for her, absolutely. Oh my god, the big dare won't come out. Doing an equally good job of... Oh my god, big side stick comes out. Guys, this is stressful stuff here. Murasaki running back into Villain. Now, we've seen these 2 square off before. My thought process is that Villain has been in these situations time and time again. Tournament brackets, major tournaments, BCXs, LAN tournaments, and can maybe handle the pressure a little better than Murasaki. And it looks like it's what we're seeing right now. I don't know if this will go down to the last stock. Wow, very patient. Knows they can't get the ground pound. Getting a bit of unarmed damage. Looking for a weapon to close the stock out. Murasaki just wants to end the run here. Nair comes out. Oh my goodness, I can't watch. Downsig comes out and it's Navi versus Villain. Last stock to last stock. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this could go either way. All Herm's work might go down the toilet. Villain not opting for the weapon starve. is doing a great job of evening up the damage. The Azoth that I complain about isn't good enough. Is making it happen here, ladies and gentlemen. But Navi is a very well-practiced player in recent times. And he's looking to show us what he's made of. Villain with a nice edgeguard opportunity. Navi will make it back. Sidelight comes out into side sig. Navi very, very scared here. Perhaps nervous. Villain with a nair, and the damage is dead even. Any advantage is out the window. This is anyone's game officially. Side sig comes out. Oh, sorry, sidelight into down sig. Won't land. The drift into recovery. One more of those will do it. Oh my goodness, what a nail fighter. Navi manages to close it out. Wow. Look at the stats. 634 damage from Villain. 689 damage from Herm. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. I'm not here to point fingers, but it looked like Herm had a bit more to do there. He had two of his teammates drop in the hundreds. 100 damage from Murasaki, 178 from One Reborn, and an absolute masterclass from Nabi and Herm. Very well done to bring that back. But that doesn't take away from the work we saw Azamodi put in towards the end there. Almost an absolute cinematic comeback. My goodness me, everyone. And final hit are your clan battle winners.